Hey,
everybody.
everybody. Thank you, dog. It's Friday. Yay.
Happy TGIF, everybody.
Oh my gosh. So great to be with everybody today. How was your week after the Thanksgiving holiday? Hope everybody got enough leftovers and good stuff to nibble on throughout the week. I think some of the leftovers are my favorite part of the holidays.
That is always the good part.
Oh my goodness. Today, thanks so much for being with us. We have a really fun canine inspired craft like we usually do. And we're super excited. It's Dollar Tree inspired from a buffalo check scarf that we found. So Hillary's got the whole thing. Yeah. I love those. They're so cool. And they're great pieces of fleece you can use for dog toys and other things.
Oh, absolutely.
Too. And
and there's quite a bit of fleece here with that one scarf. So for me, this wasn't in the kind of Christmassy section. This was in the actual like scarf clothing area. So
socks and stuff.
If you're looking for it, check both places, but that's where I found mine.
Yeah, I don't think I found mine in the Christmassy section either, but it's always fun to kind of dig through and see what they have. And they have some different colors, like I said, of fleece. So always grab some because you can make that, you can use the fleece. We use fleece all the time for fun kind of dog toys and things like that. So, and it's so inexpensive. I just love it. So we're going to make a paper poinsettia dog wreath today. Super excited about it. It's like totally on the cheap, but it turns out so adorable. And I had never done origami paper poinsettias before. Had you?
No, nope. This was the first, and I have a couple tips when we get to that step too, because I had a couple missteps going through it the first time.
So it was a lot of fun. Giving this project a try. We can't wait to show it to you. If you don't know who we are, I'm Patty, and I'm here with Hillary.
Hey, everybody.
And excuse me, I got a little bit of a COVID cough left over, but I'm happy to be with everybody today. Couldn't miss this project. It's been such a fun time with you guys. It's our favorite day of the week. We come live multiple times a week, almost always on Fridays for sure. And to do all kinds of things like dog recipes for treats, toys, home decor, all kinds of good stuff. And so if you have any other dog moms or dads in your life that would like this, please sprinkle the love. It does help us out a ton. And we have a new Hound Hugger craft club too that would help us out a lot. If you're interested in a monthly craft club, we have that as well.
Yeah, it's a great way to support us if you enjoy this type of content. That is by far the best way to support us, and you get to craft along with us live once a month. It's really fun kind of crafting community. So highly recommend. There's a link in the description if you want to check that out.
Yeah, it's really fun. All right. So today, the first thing we're going to do is grab a wreath form. I have a 14-inch. Hillary has the smaller one.
Yep. So unfortunately, my Walmart didn't have the regular sized wreath form, but Dollar Tree has these a little bit smaller ones, and this works perfect too. So you can grab it there.
You can even go bigger if you want. So that works too. And then the next thing you're going to do is get your little scarf and take it off the little hanger. And we're going to cut that lengthwise into 3 equal strips.
So you just kind of find where your buffalo check pattern is and then cut it in thirds. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be absolutely straight. And the buffalo check makes it pretty easy because you can, middle of the red one and just
follow the line.
Cut it straight down.
Exactly. And you can use your pinking shears, the little zigzag scissors for that as well. Although the regular scissors probably wouldn't hurt. This stuff doesn't really
it doesn't fray
too much. So you can use any kind of scissors. And so once you have that, basically the idea is to wrap the wreath form then. And you're just going to use some stick pins to pin it in place. And then as you're wrapping, you're just overlapping a little bit. So just overlap the one below it as you go around. And you're not going to, even for this larger wreath form, I didn't end up using all of my fleece. Like I got an extra third left over. So you could end up with quite a bit left.
Yeah.
As you go. Just depends on
mine
how...
took 1/3 to do this, to do the small size wreath. Good. And you just kind of play with it a little bit in order to figure out how much you want it to overlap and stuff.
Right.
I
And then
think I did. Actually, that's not entirely true. Mine took one and then just a little bit more of one.
okay.
So, yep.
Okay. And then I'm just using stick pins. You can use hot glue if you want, just to keep it in place. And you'll get some little buckling and all that kind of stuff, but that adds to the coziness of it,
Yeah.
right? So the little folds and all that good stuff. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat along the entire wreath form. I think having those little folds and everything adds a lot of really neat character to it. Yeah. And if you have pins that end up on both the front and back because of where your scarf started and ended, don't worry about it, because the pins on the front, pick whichever side you want to be the front, and we'll be covering that with our little paper poinsettias.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. All right.
Hey, Sandy. Great to have you with us today.
Hey, Sandy, yay. And everyone else that's watching, or if you're watching on the replay, let us know. Thanks for being here. It's always fun to have everybody here as we're putting these together. All right. So isn't this really cute? I just love how this turns out. It's so fun, so easy, and so inexpensive. All right. So then the next thing, we're going to set that aside. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some construction paper or any kind of red or beige or green or whatever color poinsettia flowers you want. Some white flowers would be fine too. We're going to take some paper and we're going to cut. If you have the larger wreath like I do, which is the 14-inch, you're going to cut 4 by 6 inch rectangles for this. And you're going to need 4. I've got 3 right here because I got started already. You're going to need 4 rectangles for every flower that you make.
Yeah. And mine, I'm using a little bit, since I'm using the smaller wreath, I have 2 different sizes, but I'm using about 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 for my size here. Perfect. And mine, I'm using craft paper, and it's got a right and a wrong side, and that's fine. It works just fine for this particular type of flower that we're doing. So you can use a solid color paper if you need to, but you can also use one that has a front and a back. That'll work as well. I tried to use some kind of beige paper this is cardstock kind of heft. This just doesn't work well. So try to use construction paper or craft paper, something that's a little thinner. Once you get to the cardstock, it's just, you can't quite get it into the petal shape that we're going for. So
yeah, it's too hard to manipulate. Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So you're going to take your rectangle that's 4 inches by 6 inches long, and you're going to fold it in half. Now,
and for me, I'm folding the right side inside. So
so that the print is on the inside?
The print will be on the inside.
Okay. So we've got that. And then you're going to take one of the corners and you're going to fold it down to meet with the fold at the bottom. So you want that to align. You want that to align with the fold at the bottom there. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. Origami sounds scary if you've never done it, but this is actually really super easy.
This one's a very easy one. This is like,
yeah, this is a good one to start with. All right, so we have our 2 little dog ears, if I could say that, on our little fold here. And then we're going to flip it around, and we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So flipped it over, and we're going to align that triangle with the bottom fold. Folding diagonally down. And then we're going to do the same for the other one. So all 4 corners get folded down on a diagonal with the edge of the corner, the paper that you're folding down, lined up with the main fold across the bottom that you started with. Yeah, perfect. Almost looks like a little hat. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is we've got this fold in the middle. We're going to take one of the top flat parts, and we're going to fold that down, and we're going to line that up with the fold as well. So everything is lining up. When you fold it down, it's lining up with that first fold that you made lengthwise. And then we're going to flip this around, and we're going to do it again. And fold it down. So I just made this fold right here. So I had it up, and I folded it down. All right. And we have this really cute little shape with little points on the ends. And we're going to take this now in the middle and we're going to bend it until the points meet. And we're going to crease it in the middle. And voila, that's our first little petal shape. And we're going to do that 4 times with the pieces of 4 rectangles that we cut out. And I'm going to do this quickly. Hillary got a head start on me.
Yeah, I got a little jump on it. So
that's all right. These go so quickly, so fast.
They really are easy. And if you, this would be a great project for kiddos to help with. And if you have the kiddos helping, I would say the bigger the flower, the easier it is. So if you're using that 6-inch, 4 and 6-inch variety, that's a great one for kids to be able to do. The smaller you get, the little bit, it's not ever difficult, but it gets a little bit more tricky to try to get those corners and things like that. So
okay, yeah. Although sometimes little fingers can do a better job at little things. I remember as a kid when my mom would be doing crafts, she made a little Christmas tree that was in a little scene that she was putting together in a wreath. And she had on the Christmas tree, she wanted a paper chain to decorate the tree. And her fingers were too big. So she had me make the paper chain. And I got so excited because I could help her with a pretty fancy project. And I still have it and hang it up at Christmas.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's really sweet. All right. So now we've got all 4 of our petal pieces put together. I'm just folding up my last one here. All right. So then the next thing you do is you're going to, where this is folded in half, you're going to want to put glue on this outside folded space. And we're going to glue, and you're going to do this over and over and over again. We're going to make one big giant stack of these petal pieces, and they're going to all be glued in that same spot. So I've got my glue here, taking another one, and I'm going to add it together. So I've got 2 of them now stuck together. I'm going to do it again. Add another one on top.
And you want to make sure the only trick to this is make sure all your petals are pointing the same way. So they're all pointing down. And
the bottoms are all lined up, or everything's lined up exactly the same. All right. When you get all 4 of them stacked together, and I'm using are you using your handy dandy beacon glue?
I am. And
I love this stuff.
I might finally be getting down to the bottom.
I know I'm having to put mine down on the flat so it doesn't drip all the way to the bottom, but all right. So we've got a stack now of all of them all together. And give it a second to dry here. This does dry really nicely. That's why we love using this beacon glue.
It really tacks up easy and it makes it.
Yeah.
Mine is just, like I said, just about getting to the bottom of the bottle. So that makes it a little bit harder to get out.
All right, so we've got a nice little stack here. And then we're going to add glue to that outside fold, just like we did on all the other ones. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to attach the bottom to the top. Okay.
And you could use other types of glue. Something that's fairly tacky would be my recommendation for this one.
Yeah,
but
even hot glue would work.
Yep.
All right. So we've got all our pieces stuck together. Then the next thing to do is we're going to manipulate the petals so that they look more like a petal. So basically what you're doing is you're going to push down from behind and kind of pull your bottom point down. So you're just kind of manipulating the paper.
And this is the part, if you have too heavy a paper, this is the part that'll make it not work. So as long as you have something that's fairly pliable, it'll work really well.
So I'm kind of working it flat and then pulling, I'm kind of holding the center together with one hand and then pushing down and out with my other. Pushing down and out. And you just kind of work your way around. And as you crinkle the paper, it'll come out a little. Some will be a little wider than others. The petals, that'll be fine. It looks a little more natural when they're not all exactly the same. So you kind of just rub your finger down to the point and get it to kind of bend down a little bit so it looks a little more natural. A couple more to go. And then I got my last one here. And you could play with this, work it and play with it a little while.
And you can play with it once you get it on the wreath too, to kind of make it work with the, because we have two of these that we're doing, so they're kind of going to be right next to each other. So if you part a couple petals that you don't like, you can tuck those ones next to the other one and kind of cover up some things.
Exactly. So. Oh, yours is so cute. So adorable. Hi, sis. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even think about, you could change up the colors too. So you don't have to have the same colored flowers. You could do a couple different colors if you wanted to, which is really neat. Okay. So we have our flower shape. And now for poinsettias, if you remember, they have all those little stamens in the middle, right? All those little pistons and stamens in the middle. So what we want to do is take some berries. You could actually take some construction paper and make some fringe and kind of roll it up and, in a little curl and then just tuck it in the middle. Decided to take some berries, cut some of those off, and we're going to tuck those in.
I just grabbed a little pick from Dollar Tree and I'm just grabbing, they had these little sparkly ones. I'm just grabbing these and making it easy.
That's a great idea. So I've got just some little berries. Use whatever you have on hand. That's the best part of crafting, or whatever you can find. All right.
I'm just kind of.
And then I'm just going to add some glue to the end and just tuck it right. There's a hole right in the center. And you could actually use any color that you wanted for the center of these. They could be red, they could be yellow, they could be white or silver.
I've got my larger version here. So.
Oh, I love that. What a great idea to use different sizes too. And there's mine with the little berries on it.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
Yeah, these are adorable. They're so easy to make. They turn out so easy, so nicely. All right, so then what we're going to do is take our flowers and we're going to now attach them to the wreath. And you can attach them with glue, or you could attach them with pins, whichever way you want. Let's see where I want to put mine. I'll put it here. I'm just using pins to tack it down. only takes a couple of them to secure it in place. There we go.
Oh,
Got
cute.
one. So easy, easy peasy.
You could also use glue for this part if you wanted to.
Yeah, glue might be easy too. It might even be easier, but today I'm going to use some pins.
I might need to.
You can always reinforce it with some glue.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I might need to turn on my hot glue gun just to kind of give them a little bit more stability there.
Yeah. It just depends on how big your pins are, all that good stuff. That's so pretty. Look at that. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are so pretty. All right. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little embellishment to dogify it, of course, because that's what we love to do. So we're going to grab some jute twine, and you just want enough to go across kind of the top of your wreath. And I'm going to just turn that over and pin that down. Thank you, sis. That's so sweet. She says she loves it. She's going to make one tonight. That's awesome.
Oh, sweet. They are very, very easy.
Yes. They turn out so pretty. All right. So then you're just going to pull it taut, and it can be at a diagonal. It could be straight across, however you want your little message to show up. And then I'm just pinning it on the back. And we have step-by-step instructions for these with videos and all kinds of good stuff. So if you're missing out on something, you can always check our website later today.
Yep, it's actually linked in the description now. So you can see all the step-by-step kind of close-up pictures of everything that we're doing. So it makes it easy to follow along.
Yep. All right. So we're going to make a little banner. And so I've got some burlap ribbon. And basically you're just going to cut, I don't measure, but you're going to cut 3 pieces about the same length that are probably 3 inches long. And you're going to bend one end down.
So this is the part where, because yours has wired edges, I recommend that. Mine doesn't. But if you don't happen, you can make this work. But if you have the wired edges, or if you need to grab some that have some wired edges. That'll make it a little bit easier.
And then you're just going to cut a little point on the other end. And it makes a little banner. That's so cute.
Adorable.
So easy. And then you're going to we spelled out the word joy. So I just used a gold paint pen to write my letters.
That type of pen. And I actually used a black one just because my burlap was a little bit darker. So it was hard to show up on the...
Okay.
Well, so here's my joy.
Oh, those are cute.
And you'll notice, obviously, we have to dogify it a little bit. So our O has a little paw print on the top there.
Yes. All right. And I'm going to I'm not patient enough to let my glue dry. So I'm going to glue it, but I'm going to pin it so I can show you before it dries. I should have plugged in my glue gun.
I think I'll probably need a hot glue gun for this since mine don't have any wires. It'll really need to tack up. So
yeah. So I'm going to glue it and pin it. And just pick a word that's, you could use your dog's name even. That would be really cute to put on your little banner. That would be adorable. All right, last one. I'm just going to pin it in place while the glue dries. All right. There we have it.
Oh, so cute.
Really so sweet.
I love it.
Such a fun idea. I love the poinsettias. I love that they're made, they're made by hand. They're really a striking embellishment on this particular wreath. It's so pretty. I really love it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Head out, grab a scarf from Dollar Tree, cut it into some pieces, and you have got yourself an adorable wreath. I love these too. They would work fantastic as gifts, things like that. Like they're really inexpensive, but they end up looking so beautiful at the end. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, sis. Oh, I'm so glad we were able to help you out in so many different ways. Really, one of the things that we love about being a pet parent, because obviously there can be some tough times being a dog mom or dad, but we just love having fun and celebrating our dogs and doing that through crafts and homemade treats and all kinds of things like that. Really does warm our hearts to know that that we made a difference in your lives as well. So thank you so much for saying that. It means an awful lot. And thanks, Sandy. We think it's awful pretty too. So thank you so much. Thanks for being such a wonderful supporter of ours. And if anybody watching is interested, we do have a Hound Hugger Craft Club. It's really inexpensive. It's so much fun. We really enjoy having little get-togethers with everybody in our private little craft club community. You get special, unique crafts to make that you can't get anywhere else, which I love. But if you don't want to support us that way or can't right now, just sprinkling the love, share, commenting, subscribing, all of those things really, really do help. We really are growing our audience through word of mouth, and that's really something very important to us and what we would like to continue doing, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much. And hope we've inspired you to get out and have some fun this weekend.
Yes. Please, if you guys end up making these, send us some pictures, tag them Hound Hugger DIY so we can find them. We love seeing what you guys create. It really does make our day. So just let us know if you make them, and share the love. And we really appreciate everyone. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.